How's it going, everybody? I am back again with some more Baldur's Gate 3. When we just left off, we had interacted with the blacksmith here to help Karlak out. Let's head on over here. I've been meaning to talk to Zevlor before leaving, but I keep forgetting, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now before heading back to the Blighted Village. We just want to talk to Zevlor and kind of work out with him what's going to be going on next with the Emerald Grove here.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense.
Okay.
A low thought, but I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that, but they've already let you pass once. You're taking a risk for us. We'll see that you're rewarded. I'm still hoping Korga can be swayed from this madness. But if not, leaders need to make tough decisions. We do what we must.
Okay, so essentially Zevlor wants us to kill Kaga. Kaga wants us to get the tieflings out of the grove. We already found some kind of a note in her private chest that kind of made her be a bit more suspicious. She's obviously already kind of like unhinged because she was ready to kill that child, among other things. So we do know that. I might kill her. Usually I don't kill her, I end up convincing her, but I actually really don't like her, and you do get stuff from killing her, get like her loot off of her body. So I'll consider it. May do that. I don't normally. Won't make a huge difference long term, but it's worth considering. I don't even know why I'm walking now. I'm going to go ahead and teleport back to the Blighted Village. Yeah, let's see. Where was that at over here? We're going to do just a little bit more exploration in the Blighted Village. I'm going to be heading into this building right next to the portal here. And there's some fun stuff we can get from this. Hopefully it'll get us that last level up we need. That's what I really want. I want to get one level up, and then I'm going to go deal with some more of the Emerald Grove stuff, that somewhat difficult encounter that I was mentioning. Do I care about these? I guess I'll take these antidotes and potions. I don't really need this stuff, though. Will you go pick it up? Jeez. What is this? This is a crafting material? An alchemy material? Okay. Definitely want to pick up any of the alchemical materials that we can. We'll long-term give them to Gale, probably. I might make a hireling. Hirelings are even better for alchemy than Gale. But I just don't know if I feel like going to the trouble of hiring one. It's not the biggest deal, and it would end up just staying at home. I could even have one be a druid, potentially, just for any time we want to do money-related stuff, but I just don't know how much I care. It's kind of one of those things, like, if you're really determined not to lose in honor mode, there are a few things you can do to increase your chances, including some of those, but it's a little bit overkill, to be totally honest. You don't have to... Like, even just going with the... Ooh, we got some coffee here. I'll take some coffee. You don't even have to... Like, I'm already using Gale to do the warding bond on some of my party members. It's not totally necessary. It gives you a little bit of an edge in combat, but you really don't need it in most situations. I just like giving it to my melee combatants for the pure fact that they're gonna be in close quarters combat and will probably take more damage than others. Tracker slices. Isn't that goblin from earlier? Did I not loot you? I guess I didn't. I don't really want your bow. Don't need random bottles or anything either. Some of the stuff I've already checked, but I'm just kind of giving it a once-over. Make sure I'm not missing anything. We do want alchemical ingredients, because I may turn them into useful potions down the road. That was a book. Let's see what you got. Alright. I don't actually read the books. If you have any interest in reading them, you're probably going to have to do it on your own. I don't mind at all showing you where they're located and picking them up. I do like to collect them, but going out of my way to, like, read over them would take forever, so I'm just not going to do that. It's that Booyog up top. I'm not going to search it again. I don't know if I did originally, but I know it's not going to have anything but, like, weapons that I just don't need, and I don't want to walk all the way up the building again. Some of this stuff is vaguely valuable. Looks like neither of these are, but you can see gold value when you cursor over things. So, like, you might find things worth selling. I'm skipping over a lot of them because I'm using that money exploit, but, like, say, for example, these vagabond clothes, for one, you could use them for your character, for their camp clothes, but more often than not, I just sell them. But I'm trying to avoid picking up a lot of stuff that I just don't want, because I don't want to be carrying around a bunch of stuff that I'm just going to sell anyway. Not as long as I'm using that money exploit, it's just not necessary. I do like to pick up any camp supplies. I don't go back to camp and sleep incredibly often, but to make sure that I have the ability to do so, I like making sure I have plenty of camp supplies. Household prayer. I think I've probably already gotten one of these at least, but I'll send it back. We might sell it later. Campfire. Haven't looked in this cupboard yet. Can do that, I suppose. It's a stuffed hyena head. I don't even know. Is there a reason? I can attack it. I can't even pick it up. Crazy. Alright. That's enough looting the interior of the house here. We're going to head down into the cellar now, which is where the fun actually begins in this building. Obviously, still plenty more looting to be done down here, and I like to pretty effectively loot everything, so I apologize if that takes a while. Usually, as far as organizing all of my inventory, I do that stuff off camera because it takes forever, so I don't make you guys sit through it. We got some more alchemy ingredients here. I could have just went ahead and sent them straight to Gale, but I'll worry about that later. Lots of alchemical ingredients here. So a lot of that is very useful for making potions if you have any of your own that you want or need. This is a good location for that. Wooden trunk. Got some more healing potions. Those are helpful. I'm not going to take that water. You could. Sometimes it's helpful having a few things of water. Having the create water spell is also really nice, but if you don't have that, picking up a lot of these carafes of water and things like that gives you the opportunity to put out fires, which can be extremely relevant. So I like to make sure that, like, Shadowheart has a couple if she doesn't have the create water spell. You can get it really easily as a cleric or a druid, though, so it's something that she could even pick up. I just don't like wasting preparation slots for it. I know of at least one encounter where it's extremely important for us to have that water, so that we can rescue somebody, but that's the only time I ever care. Got some paintings on the ground. I really wish they had a means of you to, like, customize your camp. I know there's mods for it at least, but otherwise you're kind of just like out of luck as far as customizing your stuff. So we do see a lever there, which is good. That means we know where it's at, because it's important going forward. Suspicious potion that causes death. I don't think that's very good. Don't drink that thinking it's a healing potion. Do got some other good potions here, though. Lots of potions here. A lot of this stuff's valuable, too, like this round flask is worth 30 gold. Like, this is a really good place for you to stock up on some potential miscellaneous items that you can sell. There's some more of the water I was just talking about. And nothing else right there. We do want to make sure we get some more of these. Like, incense worth 30 gold. That's really helpful, too. I'm not picking it up just because I don't need pure gold, but some more camp supplies, which is really nice. If you do need any of this stuff, though, this is like a great location for it. You can sell these large bottles for 5 gold. They're pretty heavy, so So keep that in mind if you are going to pick them up to sell them. They're very heavy, especially if you're in honor mode like I am. The weight of everything is like ramped up to where you can carry much, much less. Some random clothes. Usually there's nothing in vases, so I can honestly say skipping looking in them is probably worth it on your own. I'm looking at them just to be thorough, but I mean, generally speaking, I almost never find anything in a vase. Water barrel, which could also be used to be thrown. It's much heavier, though. Can't look through all of these bottle racks. We got a little bookshelf here. Okay, we're already finished, so that's all of the real looking around through here that you need. Let's go ahead and use this lever. We can get into the further parts of this place. The most important thing is making sure you have someone that sees that lever, because that is something you need to continue. Down here is where we're really trying to go. I'm going to go ahead. It should save on its own. I'm going to do a little quick save too, just to begin with. This spot can be extremely frustrating. Do not loot any of these caskets until you are absolutely ready. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to split everybody and get them into position beforehand, just because that's what I want to do.
What's the story?
Let's take Karlak first. I'm going to just get on like this side here.
Something over there.
And then we're going to take my character, get like right here, get Will, get him to be like right here. We get everybody in melee combat range.
I wonder what the next move is.
Shadowheart is not a melee combatant, so I'm going to keep her right here.
At least things have stayed.
And then I'm going to start this off by doing an Eldritch Blast on this first casket. You can circumvent a significant amount of this whole combat just by doing that. So what would normally happen is this skeleton would run to another casket and wake up another skeleton and wake up another skeleton and wake up another skeleton, and this becomes a huge, huge fight that is very inconvenient. So what I normally do is if you ambush this first skeleton, he does not get to wake up any others. You do miss out on some XP this way, but let me tell you, this whole fight is just so much better if you do it this way, because it's a real pain in the butt. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I'm going to go with a reckless attack here, but we're not wasting a rage on a single skeleton. Let's see here. There shouldn't be any more combat, so I don't mind doing a pommel strike. As long as we kill this guy before he successfully goes and wakes up more people. We'll do missile snaring, why not? Okay, so he did make it over to some more skeletons, so that's actually really bad. Okay. It's not terribly bad. I said it's really bad, it's really not. It's just inconvenient. Let us go with a luminous arrow and try to kill this guy. Yeah, got that done very easily. And then I think, do I still have the fireball? Yeah, let's do a flaming spear and drop it like right here in the middle of these two. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. If we get more XP from fighting more skeletons, that's really not an issue. Let's go ahead though. Can I get in combat with somebody? Yeah, I can reach you. Let's go get you. Booming blade. And then we'll do an offhand attack as well, I think. I don't really... Do I want to... Let's do a flourish. Why not? And it missed. It usually does. That's why I don't normally go with flourishes. So we do have these guys in some inconvenient positions, which is perfect. I want to make it as hard as possible for them to run off and trigger more skeletons, because that's exactly what this dude's going to do. So we're going to go make sure he doesn't succeed. Get a little booming blade on him. I should have hit him with this first. That's my bad. I always forget because we already killed the first guy, but there's the hex reapplied. We'll get Karlak over here to finish this guy off. Let's go with a restless attack, why not? Not exactly in danger of being secondarily attacked, so no huge issue. I think I'm just going to kind of go over here next to this other casket so that we can be ready in case it's attacked. Let's go with a luminous arrow. I like to start with bonus action attacks first, but I know that's kind of not how that's meant to go. Let's just go with a firebolt and finish it off if it'll die. It did not, but that's okay. Will get it. Get a little booming blade going. And it missed. Offhand attack. And that finished it. Okay, so we didn't exactly trigger all of the caskets, but he did get to get a little bit of reinforcements going. Let's see. There is a really important thing in here that I want to get, though. There are stalactites up above, as you may have seen there, that could have been used in the combat as well, but it's not really important. Casket just has a candle in this one. For some reason, I can't move. There we go. That was weird. Let's go ahead and see what we got over here. Agile Guardian. So what happened there is exactly what they normally like to do, is they like to just, like, go and trigger more to make the fight really get blown out of proportion quick. And I just don't like that. I try to avoid it, try and keep it as limited as possible to the number of enemies that are already here. See, one of these caskets has the thing I'm looking for in it. I think it's probably this one. It sure is. So summon, Scroll of Summon Quasit. That's what we're looking for. We don't need any of this stuff. Let's go ahead. I'm going to make a quick save, because I would advise you to do the same if you're doing this. And we're going to summon that Quasit. Where are you at, Quasit? Don't do this if you're a storm sorcerer.
Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel.
The stench of sulfur fills your nose.
Wait, you're not Illy? My master, tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine. Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
I'm cool with Shovel just being Shovel.
So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream? Yes! Master is fun. More fun than Illy. Illy's so busy. Only cares about the book. Book this, book that. Oh, Master should go see. Talk to the mirror. And remember, balsam, good for burns.
Okay, that is totally a lie. Do not listen to this evil little Quasit. It will get you attacked. Do not believe what it just said. Let us get everybody group back up, though. We want that. Whole group's fine. We didn't take any damage. Do I have anything else I need to loot? Check this one. Let's check this one. Nothing. We got some stuff over here, though. This casket's got a little bit of gold in it. We got some weave moss. Lots of candles. You can light up the candles if you want to, so that you have a lot of light in the area for fighting. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. You probably heard that. So, I remember in, like, the undead catacombs or whatever that I took you to in the past, it was really important to light up everything, and a lot of times I will do it. But if there's not going to be a combat, I don't. And there shouldn't be a combat. There could still be one when you talk to the mirror, especially if you listen to the stupid little Quasit. But if you don't, then you'll probably be fine. There are some traps that we have to worry about, but shouldn't be any fights. Okay, quick save here. I know I do that a lot. There's lots of things that can go wrong constantly in this game.
Speak your name.
Let's try this. Oh, wait. Both of these are kind of funny. Let's try the Warlock. I don't think it'll go well, because I don't have good Arcana. Ooh, actually went pretty good.
The magic is old and wavering, but you recognize it. The mirror is a thinking lock, hiding some secret. The face is crafted to be pleasing, but the personality is just a reflection of the wizard that created it.
Speak your name.
Okay, let's try the bard option just because I think it's funny.
What is your name?
Alright, it's getting frustrated with me. Fine. I'm gonna do this.
The mirror is not amused.
Oh, come on. I might have pissed it off.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I pissed it off. Okay, so this is what happens if you listen to the closet, too. This is gonna be really bad.
Get back!
I don't actually even know if we can hurt this thing. That should be more or less over.
It seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on. Saves us having to pick sides.
I really wasn't looking to talk to you right now. I think that mess has subsided. So that's what happens if you don't play nice with the mirror. I forgot to loot this chest, but this is here also. Let's go ahead and send these to camp. We don't really even need the gold, so we send that away. Okay, so everybody took a pretty considerable amount of damage. That is my bad. That's what happens when you make the mirror angry.
You are not my master. If you are his ally, step forward and declare it.
Okay, so when you're not trying to play around with it, you will probably want to pick things like this.
Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan?
Okay,
You remember
this...
stories of Zastam, a powerful lich in Thay who made deals with dark gods.
Yeah, you don't like them.
You are no Zolkir, but are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment?
Okay, Quasit told you that it is for burns. Don't listen to the Quasit.
Acceptable, finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be?
This one really doesn't matter too much, I don't think.
No. This is my purpose. I know nothing else, but you cared to ask. No others ever did. Thank you. Be welcome.
So if you pick more or less those same choices, you should be allowed in without being attacked by the flaming orb.
What were they hiding down here?
I obviously got royally beat up by it, but it's not really even a thing you fight. Do I have a Song of Rest still? I don't. Do I have... And I'm out of short rest too, so we're going to be taking a long rest here very soon. Let's go ahead and loot this place, though. There's not too much left here. Shovel was the main thing that I came here for, but there are some other little benefits. Shovel's really nice because it has the ability to turn invisible, and you can use it for initiating a lot of combats while your group is still out of range, or, you know, is sneaking, things like that. It's really, really helpful. It's not as useful as an imp. So if you're playing as a warlock that picks Pact of the Chain and picks an imp or anything like that, still a much, much better choice. But this is a good secondary if you don't have a familiar from that already. Basilisk Oil. Turn a petrified creature back to her organic form. There's some interesting stuff you can do with that I'm just not going to. These things are worth some money if you need it. Some of these flasks and distillation sets and such. More water if you need it. We got some research notes and such over here. Let's go ahead and check that out. Nothing useful in the skeleton. I think the magnifying glass is probably worth selling. Nah, it's only worth even 1 gold, so never mind that either. Mugwort. We do have a chest here with some scrolls that I'll just be sending to camp. Stuffed bear.
The young cave bear.
Successful
Killed
nature.
and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Why would you... Okay. So it's a young one. It's not even fully grown.
What's in here?
Whenever you click on the cave bear, whatever character you click on it with will run a nature check, and so if you fail it, you'll just have to keep clicking on it with more characters. Hopefully someone will be able to distinguish what it is, but that's all you get from it is that little bit of dialogue, even if you do figure it out. Stuffed boar head that I suppose I could probably attack. We got a little bit more stuff over here, though. Another antidote. Really, you don't need it. It's very rare that it matters. But I'm just trying to fully loot this place because I don't plan to come back. Bracers of Defense. Become the Bulwark. You gain a +2 bonus to armor class as long as you are not wearing armor or holding a shield. So this isn't particularly useful for anyone in our group. But generally speaking, barbarians and monks are really good with those bracers of defense. So that's where you'll find that if you need it for your party. Monks are really, really powerful, and if you're using a barbarian that is not wearing armor, because that's really the thing that's messing it up for me, is I have Karlach and armor, but armor works better for barbarians. Their unarmored defense is crap. Like, it's a really, really bad stat spread for that, if I remember right. Let's go ahead and look. I have so much stuff I need to just get sent to my camp, too. Let me do that real quick. All these books and stuff especially. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we get all that. We also have some scrolls. Let's send those to camp. I also just don't need these arrows or oils or potions. I'll keep that. Don't need a sleep potion. I'll keep the speed potion. Don't need the suspicious potion. Torch is fine, I suppose. Let's head to wares. Yeah, we'll get all these sent to camp. That should help with that. We'll get this sent to Will, because he's our rogue equivalent. I don't know. Let's check Karlach real quick. What kind of armor rating? My current armor class is 17. And I don't think I have anything particularly good to just switch to. Well, let's see. If we just take off the generic armor, then that AC is still 17. So maybe it's not that bad, and it could have to do with the stat spread that I used based on, So I intentionally left out strength stats because we're using these hill giant strength potions. Because of that, it looks like the AC is still saying high. Let me see how it determines that again. It's been a long time since I've looked at it, but we should have here somewhere unarmored defense. So unarmored defense for a barbarian. While not wearing armor, you add your Constitution modifier to armor class. Your armor class is normally determined by your Dexterity modifier. So Constitution is very high for Karlach, as well as Dexterity, because I went Dexterity instead of Strength. So yeah, I might actually put these Bracers of Defense on Karlach, but we're going to need something other than the Scale Mail armor to put on her. I'll just have to keep that in mind in a minute, so we'll send that to Karlach, because that'll actually raise the AC up to 19, which will be fantastic. Okay, yeah, I'm actually really happy we got those. I'll just need to find some non-armor to put on her. Everything else looks good so far. Yeah, I think I'm pretty content with everything else. So this is really important, and you do got to be very careful here. This is booby trapped. We're going to use Will, and hopefully everything's going to go fine. Don't. Seriously? I'm going to go ahead and try and disarm this. Hopefully it'll be okay, even though Karlak decided to go walk on it on her own. Yeah, so we did disarm it with a 31, which is fantastic. Gonna lockpick this door. Only got a 16 with all those bonuses. I probably rolled really bad there. So the only important thing is that we get this book.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
Please don't open the creepy book.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick it in our back pocket and leave. It will trigger traps if you didn't disarm them, but it's really not a big deal. How do I go back to, or get out of turn-based mode? Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna get everybody to move slightly away from the trap.
What's cooking? Me?
As long as you're not in the room when the trap goes off, you're fine, so it doesn't even matter.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Yeah, we're just gonna get everybody over here, and then this room gets lit on fire, but if you're not in there, then you're totally fine. I'm trying to remember how to deactivate turn-based mode.